For the second straight day, Democrats built a powerful, persuasive case for the impeachment of former President Donald J. Trump, hammering away at the theme that he incited the mob that stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6, leaving 5 people dead and inflicting terror on hundreds more. But on Wednesday, the spotlight shifted from Maryland Representative Jamie Raskin, who delivered an emotional and often searing presentation on Tuesday, to one of his House colleagues, Stacey Plaskett, the elected delegate from the U.S. Virgin Islands. Plaskett, who because of her delegate status isn't even able to vote in the House of Representatives, and thus was not one of the 232 congressmen who voted to impeach Trump on January 13, used previously unseen security camera footage of the mob invasion, along with her own outrage, to make the argument that the former president bore direct responsibility for the attack on the Capitol, and should pay the penalty of a Senate conviction. And she did it in the presence of her former law school professor, Raskin, who taught constitutional law at American University's Washington College of Law when Plaskett was a student there in the early 1990s. Introducing Plaskett in the Senate chamber on Wednesday, Raskin mentioned that connection and then said, "I hope I'm not violating any federal education records laws when I say she was an A student then and she is an A+ student now." Throughout her presentation, Plaskett argued that Trump's speech at the Stop the Steal rally on January 6, just hours before his supporters stormed the Capitol, was not a one-off event, that the former president had been stirring up his followers for months, setting the stage for that deadly insurrection. When the violence erupted as a response to his calls to fight against the stolen election, he did not walk it back, Plaskett said. He did not tell them no. He did the opposite. He praised and encouraged the violence so it would continue. He fanned the flame of violence and it worked. Plaskett was tasked with showing previously unseen footage from January 6, and demonstrating to the assembled senators just how much worse that day could have turned out if not for some outmatched but quick-thinking Capitol Police officers. It was a sobering sight. The footage showed Vice President Mike Pence and his family being urgently evacuated from the building by the Secret Service, Senator Mitt Romney being told by a Capitol policeman to run in the opposite direction he was headed so that he'd escape the incoming mob, rioters shouting, "Nancy! Oh, Nancy! Nancy, where are you, Nancy?" as they searched the halls of Congress for her office, and, perhaps most chillingly, congressional staffers racing to barricade themselves in a conference room, just 7 minutes before the rioters arrived and started thrusting their bodies against the door, trying to break it down.